But I see this title screen dance going on. I hear people pressing start as well. So here we go. 1-1, a stage I'm sure most of us are familiar with by now. This P-speed jump on the Koopas to get up top. Both racers not risking that Venus Piranha Plant at the very beginning, just jumping into the pipe. Both getting that mushroom by that first Koopa shell in the game. It's 1-1. So far, so good. Everything according to plan. 1-2. Louis not able to get the early P-speed. Cole able to get the early P-speed. So Cole should take maybe a 1 or 2 second lead after this stage. Once we get our sync going. So both runners primed to go here into the fortress. Get that fast leaf. There we go. Thank you, Tech. Neither one going for the atomic waffle jump. Cole having... both of them having some trouble getting the fast leaf. So now they're just in sync now. As I'm sure everyone knows by now, this is Warpless, so we're not allowed to use those warp whistles. We can do whatever else we want as long as we don't use the warp whistles. That said, that fortress a faster level to clear by getting the warp whistle. So it's just an inventory to haunt us the rest of the game. Cole keeping P-speed a little bit longer. Looks like Louis has it back. And Cole losing it a little bit at the end for Louis to come back. You did see them both lose that tail at the beginning of the stage. Mario 3 P-speed's mechanic dictate we ditch the tail unless we absolutely need it. Since you don't have a flight meter if you don't have a tail. You can just keep P-speed through an entire stage. If you keep that tail the moment you jump, eventually you're going to lose P-speed. It's not good for you. Oh, I love it. Both runners taking like slightly different jump paths through the start of the stage, and both runners finishing the stage at pretty much the exact same time. Louis losing a second to a Hammer Brother movement there. A little bit of the RNG of this game rearing its ugly head. Louis is going to get a Fire Flower right now, though, so we might get that time back on the airship. As soon as you open the chest, the time from there to the Hammer Brother stage fading out is constant. Normally, when you grab a power-up in a level, time freezes for a little bit. You're going to see that when Cole grabs it here on the airship. I hope it's a Fire Flower for him anyway. I hope Louis doesn't lose this one either. How much commentary curse can I put into this race right now? So this is Vanilla Mario 3. We get to enjoy these nice scenic auto-scrollers, as the Koopalings each have brought a nice airship with them. Larry's is pretty standard, kind of introductory to the cannonballs and bullet bills. There you see Cole grabbing a Fire Flower and Louis not needing one. So I guess a power-up animation is worth one Hammer Brother movement. Can we get... somebody check with the Elias Sports Bureau, see if they have something on that? The sync. So, Koopalings can be felled by either 3 jumps or 10 fireballs. Louis getting a fire kill pattern there, or managing to get it. Cole having a little bit of trouble, ended up needing a stomp, so it takes him a couple of extra seconds here. Looks like 2.5 seconds, something like that. Nothing to worry about in a race. Larry and Wendy, the 2 easiest ones to get a fire kill on, just because their arenas are relatively flat. Usually, I think it's the time it takes from your last appearance on the map to reaching the Koopaling pipe. If you know what that time is, you know what the Koopaling's pattern is going to be. Anyway, 2-1 is starting. You kind of run into that brick wall and then start jumping, and you will have some P-speed for the level. This is beautiful from both runners so far. That's all there is to this level. Just make sure you keep it through the Micro Goomba patch. I did say earlier you want to lose the tail so that you can keep P-speed. You do need to eventually step on the ground to keep P-speed. If you get P-speed and just jump on those Micro Goomba bricks forever, you will eventually just lose it after a while. Louis does not lose momentum on the block. Cole does not even risk that platform. He had no momentum after the hill. Very good improvisation, or maybe that's just what he was planning on doing all along. Jumping straight from that last wood post up there. Louis making sure he doesn't get the star, doing a little dance underneath the card. Cole, I think, grabbed a little faster. If you do get 3 of the same card, you'll get a nice little multi-one-up animation to celebrate the fact you're really good at getting 3 stars in a row. Normally, if you run right at him with P-Speed, you'll get a star almost every time. So that's bad for speedruns. I didn't quite catch how early both runners got P-Speed, but these are a pair of good fortresses. I think we still have the same gap we had after Larry of about 2.5 seconds. So this is our first Boom Boom fight. Boom Boom goes down in about 5 fireballs. I'm going to switch to Louis' audio here, because I believe he is, as they say, winning the race so far. Alright. 2-3, another kind of straightforward level. There's just P-Speed and go. Make sure you know where the enemies are. At the end, you do have this nice pyramid of bricks. You want to make sure you don't clip into it by accident. Couple of seconds lost by Louis there. Cole not quite getting an instant kick either. But pretty simple there. Pretty simple. Looking at the fade outs, it's going to be 25 and 27, so it's still about 2 seconds. Shoutouts to the Angry Sun level. Another pretty flat level. Make sure you jump through that whirlwind. Don't get bopped by the Koopas. No matter how many times the sun decides to do a little dance before coming down, you should be able to get through it pretty easily. And both runners actually getting a flower out of that stage. So we figured out very recently, legend holds it was a stream viewer that noticed it, that you can tell if the Boomerang Brother moves left on the map after it moves, it's going to be the hammer one. So both runners going directly to get it. Both of them presumably hoping to avoid the music box, not wanting to get one at this point in the game. Louis probably would have preferred to also not fallen in the pit in 2-4. Cole's in 2-5, and 2-5 is generally accepted to be the easier level and not that much slower than 2-4. Louis really wants to beat 2-4 at this point. Don't go on tilt, buddy. You've got this. He's going a little slower now. Wants to make sure he gets it. Cole, meanwhile, entering the pyramid stage. Louis, I think, has 2-4 from here. So the pyramid level, surprisingly, is actually still faster with a without a tail, even though you're going through these brick walls. It's just enough tricks with the Buzzy Beetle shells to be able to get through here. So Cole opening up a small lead here, thanks to 2-4. Perhaps his willingness to go to 2-5, or the Hammer Brothers just manipulating the race. Who knows? Race is far from over, though. There's a lot of other random things that can happen here, and this lead isn't too big just yet. So Cole is going to grab this anchor at 8:32. Let's remember that for when Louis gets there. So Cole here, Morton's airship, not very complicated either. It's a little more in-depth than Larry's airship. We've got some up and down going on here. We introduced some rocky wrenches at the very end. Morton's arena compared to Larry's is very much not level. Lots of bumps in the floor. So getting a fire kill on Morton is not trivial. Given he didn't fight the Music Box Bro here in World 2, he should have a good idea of what he's fighting if he's a student of the fire kill. Otherwise, he might just be going for 3 jumps. The trick there is Morton does many times like to jump off that top platform. 20 seconds, oh my. It's a good jump kill from Cole. Doesn't lose any time with that strategy. Louis is going to go for a fire kill. He has 5. And I think at this point he has decided by the time he gets 10 fireballs in, he might as well get the jumps in. So Call has 22 coins. We haven't talked about coin ships yet. So the way to get a coin ship, if you read Nintendo Power years ago, you need a multiple of 11 coins, but your 10th digit of your score needs to match that multiple of 11. So with those 22 coins, he would need 20 points. A brick is worth 10 points. A second of time to run off at the end of a stage is worth 50. So if you have an odd number of time, you're going to flip that 6 to a 1 or that 7 to a 2. And but you also need normal Hammer Brothers as the Hammer Brothers on the map, which World 3 happens to have. 1, 3, 5, and 6. So Call should be fine, because the coins don't really come. Well, the bricks don't really show up for a while. He's going to get some coins, and he's nowhere near 33 yet. Ooh, very nice. Did Call get the early P-Speed strat? He did! I was just so mesmerized by it, I didn't even think to call it out. Early P-Speed in 3-2 is a ridiculous strat to be able to actually get. Louis is going to get it too, though. This is excellent. So obviously 3-2 and 3-3 to some extent levels with this rising and falling water, or at least water at the bottom of the screen. 3-3 has Boss Bass, though. You don't want to get hit by the big fish. That's a one-hit kill. It's bad. That's what they like to say in the strat videos. It's bad. Louis just had a runaway, by the way. We'll talk about that. I guess we'll talk about it now. You can see that drawbridge next to that toad house on the top right. Call also has a runaway. Did I miss that already? Every time you clear a stage or defeat a Hammer Brother or die, those drawbridges will switch whether they are raised or lowered. And there's a bridge between 3-6 and 3-8 the runners are going to want to cross. So it works out that if you clear 4 numbered stages, the Fortress, and both Hammer Brothers, you will have a good drawbridge position. Good boom boom from Cole. Louis going in there now. Cole's going to get this hammer, so that's going to put the drawbridges into an interesting position later, but that hammer will allow him to skip 4 Fortress 1, which is an it is an interesting level. But he's going to have to make a decision here very soon. Is he going to die in 3-6 to bring the bridges down and then have to play 3-8 small? That's what he's probably. They're both probably going to do that, honestly. Is he going to clear 3-6, which would be an experience? We'll be here watching 3-6 for a while. Louis plays Mario World, so I feel comfortable saying 3-6 is Butterbridge 0. And that's 3-6. That's all we're going to see of it. So a little unfortunate that we see a runaway up there. There's that Hammer Brother that we would have needed to fight. We are going to use a Cloud, though, to skip 3-6. Nobody wants to play Butterbridge 0. He's going to get this mushroom, or at least try. Don't get eaten by Boom Boom. Don't! I called Boss Bass Boom Boom. So now Cole has to play 3-6. So here we go. Louis now also going to skip 3-6. And Louis going to try his luck at 3-8 small. They say rule 1 is don't die in 3-8. And Louis doing his best to give Cole the advantage here. Surviving here, using that ice block. Very nice from Louis, surviving the stage. That was a thing. Cole, meanwhile, is making his way through 3-6. Not a particularly difficult level, but a long one. So Louis is going to go here. Louis is going to not get this early power up because it takes a lot of time to grab, which means he's not going to have fire for Wendy. He is going to grab this mushroom and then figure out how note blocks work. So Louis probably going to get a tail on the airship just to have an extra hit. All right, so Cole again here lands on that Koopa. You can't stomp an enemy in water in this game. So, good thing he got that mushroom, I guess. Link Bombchu, he died in 3-8 and had to play 3-6. Alright, so Louis is on Wendy's airship. Normally, I like to talk here about don't get hit at all because you want to be able to get that fire kill on Wendy. Louis is going to come in here with a mushroom, so he can hopefully... We'll see if he wants to get the leaf or not for safety. Cole makes the H jump in 3-9, doesn't want the power-up at all. We're talking about safety here. Louis is missing a jump. Just makes it up anyway. Has his safety leaf, though. So yeah, Wendy's airship has a little more well-placed cannons, a little trickier. But this is the show, because Wendy likes to throw these rings in the air. Louis is already getting hit by one. It's a little tricky to not get hit by them as you jump at Wendy. Louis takes 2 hits in that fight. Good thing he got that leaf. Cole, even with this mushroom, would only have 1 hit to give. Don't get hit by a cannonball. Oh my goodness, is he going to be able to get this mushroom? He gets it. Okay. Okay. Okay, he's good. He's good. Yeah, World 3, I'm sure both runners are looking to forget that it ever happened. That was a thing. So Louis is going to be moving on to World 4. Cole does not have a... Well, he has 1 hit to give instead of 2 hits against Wendy, so he's got to be a little more careful here. There's 1 jump. Louis is going to go for this red shell P-speed strat. Cole having a nice first 2 hits against Wendy, allowing for that last hit. So both runners entering World 4 small. A little unfortunate since the first real Fire Flower opportunity in World 4 isn't until 4 Fortress 2. There's a couple of other ones earlier, but they're very slow. Louis is going to... Okay, Louis is getting that one. He bopped a Piranha Plant there. Did not want to jump on that shell. This is a stage. This is really a stage right now. I don't know if either of them are looking at each other's screens. Louis certainly has a little bit of time to give here. So World 4 Hammer Brothers. The first Sledge Bro has a cloud. You definitely want that. The other 2 will have a star and a P-Wing. The ones on the ground in World 5 will also have that. You only want 1 P-Wing out of the bunch of them, so we'll see what happens. 4-3, by and large, is the Mario 3 expert's favorite stage, because it shows off P-Speed so much. The stage looks impossible. It is largely impossible. The hardest thing about this stage is actually keeping P-Speed at the beginning, but it just looks and feels so good once you get it. Cole, 2 stages behind at this point, working his way through 4-2. Louis is going to skip 4 Fortress 1, that's why they both got the hammer. And there's that cloud Louis wanted. I feel like we heard Louis' Hammer Brothers move around a little longer than we should have recently. Interesting strat to get the Lakitu bounce, but Louis gets it. There's a few strats to get it. This is going to be a little problematic, though, being small now, as Cole is speeding through 4-3 with purpose. Don't want to get hit by a spiny at the last second. We just saw those 2 on the left side of the screen fall in, so he should be fine. 4-4, probably the worst non-auto-scroller level in this run. And naturally, it's a water stage. So Louis is going to use a music box now. Skip both these bros and worry about his P-Wing in World 5. 4-6, kind of a weird level with these doors that take you back to normal-sized enemies. Door transitions take time, so let's not do that. Ooh. Louis not quite keeping the power up all the way to the end, so he's not going to be able to get fire in the fortress. So World 4 not having fire isn't that bad, because that fortress is the first place it's meaningful to have fire. But by not being able to get fire here, there's no fire in the airship either. He's not even going to get the power up. You do need to have a rather quick jump to get up there. Usually I like to use the dry bones itself to make sure I get the height. So Louis losing a little time there to not dying, but that's okay. Interesting positioning for the boom boom kill from Louis. Gets it though. Cole having a slight chance here to get some time back if he can keep this mushroom through to the fortress and get fires there. Cole will be able to save some time getting a fire kill on this boom boom, on the World 5 Fortress 1 boom boom. Maybe Iggy fire kill. That's asking for a little bit. So Louis is going to want to get the first power up on this airship for sure. Iggy's hitboxes are very interesting. Iggy tends to jump so fast that the game kind of forgets Mario's feet are in the way. By the time it goes to check hit detection again, Iggy's already inside Mario's hitbox and bad things happen. Also, your eyes do not deceive you. World 4's airship goes extremely slow. This goes half the speed of basically your standard auto-scroller in this game. So this is the time to get a drink. They're both going to be on the stage for a little bit. Interesting, poorly designed, not well tested. I mean, come on, it's such a rare thing. Which means, now that I said that, it's definitely going to happen. I think we even saw Iggy fall through the floor once in this tournament at some point, so that was really weird. I mean, Louis did it. I'm not sure why he went to 92. Cole is probably going to go to 78. This goes back to your white coin ship avoidance strategies. Try and get on like a multiple of 11 plus 1 coins. Cole's actually right. Well, maybe not exactly. It's hard to place your 10s digit in a good spot. 7 looks good because he's just passive, but that means 1 brick will put him at 88. All right. This airship's almost over. Fun fact, there's a leaf on the other side of that pipe. Cole is... All right. He should be good from here. 23-23 with the one grab. Louis has 90 points and 92 coins. And there are some interestingly placed coins in 5-1. So Louis needs to not end the stage on 99 coins. There is an enemy under the goal. That will be a coin, so he needs to not have 98 when he reaches the end of the stage. 5-1 just has a lot of jumps in it. I think by not getting any coins in this climb, he's going to be fine. Ooh, 97 coins. He gets an odd number on the timer anyway, so that's gonna... Well, that flips the 4 to a 9. How far into the bracket is this? We're getting deep in the bonus bracket. I missed Cole's wand grab, but he's roughly a minute behind. Probably a little bit less than that. It's 5-2. We did not get to see the Pit of Despair. That's a good thing for Louis. The Pit of Despair is so bad, oh my goodness, that it is faster to just... faster to just lose a life and do the stage over again than to do even the optimal strat for the lower path. So don't fall in the pit. Louis going now to 5-4-1 as Cole wraps up 5-1. With fire, again, Cole's going to start getting little bits of time for a little bit. Able to not have to jump those piranha plants at the end of 5-1. 5-4-1 is a nice little P-speed level. It's not that hard to pick up. It's probably one of the earlier ones you pick up learning the game. So as Louis gets this jump kill, Cole doesn't even put any drama into it. Just goes straight up like he doesn't even care. Nice 5-2 from Louis. So I didn't see which Hammer Brother this was. We're looking for the P-Wing. Really want a P-Wing. Got a P-Wing. I believe in World 5, because you can see these Hammer Brothers, if you know what you're doing, you can tell which one they are just from the movements at the beginning, as long as you don't get a marathon. So the tower stage is interesting. Obviously, keeping P-Speed is good in this video game, so the goal here is to keep it. Keeping it through pipes is a little tricky. You need to sometimes just jump immediately, other times take a step and then jump. Louis kept it most of the way through the tower. That's good for Louis. Louis' coin count is 5. His tens digit is 8. So Louis is in very good shape. Cole gets the P-Wing. So having used a music box, both runners are going to want to fight this Skybro to get another music box back. So Cole had the other Hammer Brother move into him. The amount of time he's going to lose from getting this star is mitigated a little bit by Louis having some rotary lift trouble in 5-4. The Chasm of Despair there. No, 5-2 is the Chasm of Despair. 5-4 needs a better name. We'll come up with it later. The levels up in the sky aren't that bad. They just happen to, as Oglib say, all be over an open pit. So there's a couple of stages where one misstep means you're falling in a pit and losing a life. So 5-5 is actually a pretty simple level. It's probably the easiest of the bunch because there's that one pit in the middle, and the rest of it's donut lifts, which when you're trying to go fast, you don't really worry about too much. That Hammer Brother is moving around a lot for him. So Louis is going to use a star here, I believe, to get a P-Speed strat going. And there is the Fire Flower in the sky. Nice jump. Cole, meanwhile, making his way through 5-4. Cole has 91 points and, well, 40 points and 91 coins, so just gotta keep an eye on that coin count as we move forward. Although, actually, there's a lot of coins in, lots of coins in 5-5. You should be fine. As long as he jumps over things, he should be fine. I'm not sure what this shell is for. He's going for a P-Speed strat, it looks like. Louis inside 5-4-2. Getting some P-Speed, very nice. That stage actually encased in lava for some reason. Not sure how you get lava on your ceiling, but Bowser has a great interior decorator. We need some referrals. Cole's coin count, by the way, should be irrelevant. There's, I think, almost a minimum of 2 enemies on the screen at the goal. 5-8, according to Nintendo Power, cannot be completed without getting hit. We in this tournament love to prove Nintendo Power wrong. So there you go. So Louis going to skip 5-9, allegedly the worst level in the game. I don't really believe the experts. Cole, why? So Cole taking a bath in the ravioli. Just kind of missing one of those jumps. Having to do it again. Lucky the Hammer Brother. Well, I guess they both have to fight that Hammer Brother anyway. Neither one really fighting the Hammer Bro in World 2 to get an extra music box. What year was that Nintendo Power published? It's issue 13, so it's pretty early on. So World 5 Airship is kind of, well, There's a lot of cannons at the end. There's this little gauntlet, but there's nothing to really write home about it, I feel like. The most worrisome thing on this airship, I guess, you do want to keep both power-ups for a damage boost in the very next stage. And Roy, you just got to keep in mind, if you are on the ground when Roy stomps the ground, Mario's going to get stunned. And it's pretty easy, once you get stunned once, to be stun-locked into oblivion. So, I don't know. Cole's going to prove that you can not go from Small Mario to Raccoon Tail Mario. Louie gets a jump kill. That looked a little messy. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was... No, that was a very clean jump kill. It just went all the way to the left. It felt awkward looking back to see what Cole was doing. So there's the bird and the man, the king of World 5. The music box they just picked up. You need two... Well, optimally, you only need one music box in the game. In World 7, at the very end, you skip a plant level. Most runners will use a second music box, either in World 5 or in World 4 to skip the Star and P-Wing Bros. Louie using the second hammer the runners picked up earlier in the run. In theory, you don't need that first to use one of the music boxes, but then you would have to fight more Hammer Bros. There are 3 music boxes in the game, one from the World 3 airship. You will get that one in this run. The other 2 come from Hammer Brothers. So here's that damage boost we were talking about. So the goal here is to take this star the distance. Small Mario has a very easy time doing that, and that's makes that damage boost in the beginning much less painful, knowing this Boom Boom star kill is on the way. Cole fighting Roy. Oh no! Okay, okay. I really thought he just got stun locked. But I guess he got hit with like a pixel between himself and the ground. I don't know. We're not gonna ask questions. So Louie gets through 6-4. 6-5 is a P-Wing level. It's kind of the first puzzle level in the game where you must fly to clear it. Most skilled runners in this game go for a despawn strat. Otherwise, the intended strat is to come up here with that Koopa, but I just saw a whole lot of lag. There's no way that second plant spawns through that. Cole is going to use a star here, actually, against this Hammer Bro to make sure he can take a little bit of the damage boost. It's going to be a little interesting, given that you actually get less iframes from going big to small than you do from above big to just big. Which is why he's going to grab this tail here. Nice. Cole needs to get a coin, I think, here just to be safe. Louie is going to use that hammer he got from the beginning of this world to go through and avoid 6-7, another auto-scroller. So Cole does get another coin to get off of 11, because that 60 points could have flipped back to 10 points, and then we all would have been sad at seeing a coin chip. Louie definitely has a bit of a buffer, folks, but like the rest of Chad's saying, 7-1 clips are still a thing, the hands are still a thing. And, you know, whatever else is in the way. 6-8... Because 6-9 is a stage you are almost always going to use a P-Wing in. There's the H-Jump. Taking some early damage to get P-Speed in 6-8, not usually something you're very worried about. Very nice. Cole getting through 6-4 as well. Not that I'm surprised by it at this stage in the tournament, but it's worth noting Louie has not claimed the hammer suit in World 6, so he's going to be going for a fire kill later on against Bowser. Cole, I'm guessing, is going to be doing the same. Yeah, 6-9, you can actually get a wall jump with Small Mario there, but Certainly much easier to just use the P-Wing, go over it. I believe in 100% at this point, the strat is to do the wall jump and save the P-Wing. Cole claiming his Cloud from one of the World 6 bros. You do want to fight the hammer-holding hammer bro, and you want to fight the Cloud-holding hammer bro. You want to not fight this star bro. Nothing bad happens, you just lose about 20 seconds for fighting an extra hammer brother. So I think Cole's gotten 2 extra hammer brothers on top of the other stuff that's happened. We didn't talk about it much when they were in there. Cole and Louis both doing the underflies here in the fortress, which makes using that P-Wing much more palatable, knowing that there's actually tail strats in the next stage to save some time. Unfortunately, he's going to be small. He's probably going to get a power-up and then lose it in the next stage. Just losing some time to power-up animations. Oh, well. Louis on the World 6 airship. Cole using a P-Wing? For 6-8. Did I miss that? No, that happened. Okay. So, we're going to see what Cole has in mind. Is that was not the strat. That certainly gets him a P-Wing, gets him some P-Speed, but one less P-Wing in the tank for later. I don't think he got both P-Wing bros. That would make some sense. He's going to use another one here. So at the end of this airship, Louis not going to grab the safety leaf. He's just going to keep going. You definitely want to finish this airship with a power-up so you can clip in 7-1. Louis announcing in chat during this very fight that he's going to have to do Starless in 7-2. So 7-2 has a P-Speed strat that involves some precise jumps. If he's talking about doing Starless, that means he's going to take a damage boost with P-Speed on a 2-tile platform and have to maintain it. So keep an eye open for that. Well, let's find out now if the World 7 clip is going to do the work. Remember, the Cole came into World 6, only the World 5 airship behind Louis. Now he's a little further behind Louis, leaving World 6. I don't know if these airships are the same length or not. I think Roy's is one of the shorter ones. So maybe the lead hasn't changed by much. All right, clip bets here. The easiest way to explain this is you slam Mario's skull into the wall and hope that he goes through it. 5 attempts. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty good. Alright, so 7-2, if you played this game growing up, you probably remember the sort of open chasm with a bunch of note blocks that you had to reveal. And that would give you access, basically, to the rest of the stage. Louis having some trouble killing this nipper here. So he's getting his P-Speed, so remember, we're expecting a damage boost. Part of the trick is, of course, to make sure you don't spend so much time setting up the tricks that it would have been faster to just do the stage normally. But Louis gets it. I should never doubt Louis. I should have learned that by now. Cole fighting Lemmy now, just making sure he can still clip. Good work. Louis actually, not a bad 7-2. Not a great 7-2, but that was at least a 7-2. 7-3 is a stage that you can actually get the opening star, and there are blocks that, if you are invincible when you hit them, will always contain stars. Louis doesn't need any of them. The joke with this stage, of course, is that you're going to skip 7-4 and immediately use a P-Wing, so much like 6-8, this is kind of a stage to just get through. 7-4-1 is a puzzle level that you just kind of use a P-Wing. If you don't know the normal way to beat it, there's a P-switch with a Tanuki suit door hidden. 7-6 is another P-Wing, which means we can look at Cole now and count clip attempts. First try mac and cheese. I don't know why it's called that. Louis may be winning the race, but Cole is winning our hearts. So I actually missed Louis not using a P-Wing coming into here. I guess he got a leaf late in 7-3 while I was watching Cole get the mac and cheese. Certainly coming into this stage with a tail is a perfectly valid strat because it's not like you're going to lose that much time here. It means you get to save a P-Wing for another point in time. Seven 4 is just a bad level. Auto-scrolling has nothing to do with... Well, the auto-scrolling challenge part of it has everything to do with it because you swim through literally a minefield of electric jellyfish. Oh, you used the P-Wing before the pipe. Whoops. So, nice damage boost strat to open 7-8 from Louis. Cole having a little trouble with 7-3. Don't jump on those spinies. 7-8's actually a really rough level that's just full of piranha plants everywhere. Louis making it look easy. Cole escaping 7-3. Escaping the true worst level in the game. So Louis is going to skip 7-9. You have one more cloud left in your inventory at this point in the game, and generally you skip one of these levels at the end of World 7. You can also skip 8 Fortress 1. Well, 8 Fortress. There's no 8 Fortress 2. 7 Fortress 2, generally the level you see a lot of people play out of the 3 of those. So skipping 7-9, well, I guess 7-9 being skipped, because 7-9 is a long maze. It actually saves a lot of time to not play that, unless you want to play both 7-Fort 2 and 7-9, since 8-Fort 1 is actually the level to skip out of the bunch. I should just focus on the gameplay, right? So 7 Airship actually is the longest level in the game. Even though it scrolls at normal speed, it's just a long level. Cole moving that over. He's small Mario, so I guess it doesn't matter. Cole not quite getting through that P-Speed sequence the right way. Gonna go back in, looking to see if he had a star in his inventory, I guess, before going back in, because without any power-ups, this section's a little messy. Just jump underneath that piranha plant while it was nice. Very nice. He's going to go in the hammer suit pipe. We have a hammer suit sighting in the race, everybody. We'll see if he actually tries to keep this thing or if this is just to get some power-ups. He's keeping it. Louis, meanwhile, making his way through this airship. Making sure that Rocky Wrench knows what's up. Giving him the business. 15 yards. So Cole is actually going to take this hammer suit into 7 Fortress 2. If he does this properly, hammer strats in this level are actually kind of neat because you end up killing a couple of killing a couple of thwomps as we go along. Jumping backwards at P speed. What? Loses the hammer suit near the end here, so we're not going to see the hammer boom boom kill. Some people out there in chat talking about Mitch strats. There's nothing wrong with trying to keep that hammer suit all the way to the end of the game, at which point the Bowser kill is significantly faster than just having fireballs. Louis having a nice jump kill of Ludwig, who can stun you just like Roy can. Of course, you don't want to lose a life on an airship and send it off some random point in the world. Call making me clench a little bit there, almost skidding off the end. Nice thing about this airship is there are 2 Fire Flower power-up blocks, so no matter how you enter this airship, you should be getting to Ludwig with fire. Emphasis on should. So, Louis into Auto-Scroller Alley here. Getting into the tanks of World 8. Louis trying to use some sort of strat here, but these are not super tanks, these are just normal tanks. More on that later. So the big thing to do on this auto-scroller level is, besides just not dying, not getting hit or anything else like that, it does like to spawn way too many bombs on you. So there's a little bit of lag management you can do on this level, and I think we're about to see some of it. Just kicking him right off the screen rather than risking anything else. That power block has a leaf, by the way. There are 2 varieties of Rocky Wrench in this game. It's kind of the red ones and the orange ones. Red ones, you only have to knock out once and they're gone. The orange ones will keep coming back. They're the ones you normally see on airships, but I believe this level, the Super Tank, and the Air Force level, you only have to knock them out once. Call fighting Ludwig. Call collecting a wand. Good work, Call. So Louis is going to probably shoot a fireball here as soon as he gets on the screen. Sockless. That chest doesn't appear until the boomerang thrown by the Boomerang Brother is off the screen. So getting that nice little fireball kill will save just a little bit of time. You can only get that with fire. And even then, it's not consistent. Oh my goodness, that's right. So, with Teeks reminding me here, we're going to see hands on the next screen. If you're not familiar with Mario 3, there's this little bridge you have to cross, and there's 3 points on it, and randomly a hand will come up and grab Mario and force you to play another stage. So Speed Gaming has this little guessing game put in place here because I typed !start, whereby you can guess how many hands we're going to see total. If we see a hand, that is a hand. If the player goes in, I don't believe that is a hand. You can have more than 3 hands if somebody has to play one more than twice because they die in the level. So type in the number you think we'll see now. Somewhere between 0 and 6 is likely. If you pick 7 or 8, you're just mean. And as soon as I see Louis exit this level, well, maybe not this level, as soon as I see Louis exit the pipe, we will stop the guessing. $89, that's just really mean. Oh my. I believe it said that maybe 10% of runs, maybe it's 12, will actually clear the bridge with no hands. Which is a ridiculous time save. Now, the drawback to this is if something bad TM happens to Louis, he goes all the way back to the pipe and has to cross the bridge again. Louis typing in chat, I really hope that means the level went well and he didn't fall in. Call clearing the tank. Not sure why he has a leaf right now. I guess he might not have had fire for Ludwig and just wanted the extra power up. Alternatively, maybe Cole wants the tail for the airship level, but he's going to try and get fire. Loses any form of extra power-up. Louis bops boom boom. I need more alliteration. Doesn't have to cross the bridge again. So, wow. Louis going into 8-1 now. 8-1, a Pretty challenging level to do with speed. Not the worst level in the world, though, by any stretch. So, things are looking up for Louis, to say the least. 8-2 is the second Angry Sun level. Has this nice big pit in the middle of it. You do need to make sure that you don't outrun your fireballs. That's a big problem in Mario 3. Well done from Louis. So Louis about to enter 8 Fortress. It is worth noting this is the last level in the game that will hold a fire flower. So for Louis to get a fire kill, Louis can't get hit after he enters the door to Boom Boom's area of the stage. Cole immediately getting hit by the first hand. I'm not sure where the first hand was when Louis got there because I'm watching this race, but oh my. Okay. Cole not going to get the mushroom power up in the bottom row in the third brick. Manages to get past the sludge bro. Louis, meanwhile, I believe got the one cycle here. And did not have to hit a second P-switch to go into Boom Boom's area. So again, no opportunities left in the game for Louis to get a fire flower. Cole has one more opportunity to get grabbed by a hand even after this one. This is the easiest of the hand levels, but still. So Louis, here for the super tank, is going to run up against the right edge of the screen. And you see it's very simple. You just run up against the right edge and you mash B. And if it looks like you have to jump, you jump. And they call this the world-famous, patented, Oglib Day 1 affiliate Super Tank Strat TM with a vengeance. I might have mixed up the words a little bit there, but you know what I mean. In all seriousness, by doing this, you will... Cole taking a hit and losing the tail. This Super Tank Strat will take out the rocky wrenches as they appear. And there are two bomb cannons that fire to the right along the way that you'll be standing on as they fire. By mashing B there, Mario will grab and kick the bomb rather than just kind of stomping it and letting it bounce in front of you where it's likely to explode. Cole with some nice dodges of wrenches here on the Air Force level. So whoever gets 2 hands with Cole bopping Boom Boom, that's your answer. So Louis going into Bowser's castle. Not going for the first clip. Gets past the atomic waffles, goes for the people's clip. Everybody did that clip as a kid. Nintendo Power told you to do that clip as a kid. Shoutouts to Speed Strats and Nintendo Power. Even if they got 5-8 completely wrong. Louis taking this last section a little safe. Can't blame him in a race. It's on really good pace here. Trying to hit Bowser with a whole bunch of fireballs. He gets Bowser to land at the right spot. Down goes Bowser. Ow. I'm gonna have to find the race room to get you folks an SRL result, but certainly on the screen it's a 54 even. Maybe it was a 53-59 somewhere. All that Louis cares is that it is a win over the Cole. Louis will move on in the tournament. Louis facing iBubba, who's here in the chat. So we're going to check in with the Cole from here and see how the end of this run wraps up. Cole having a lot of bad luck here. But we'll see how it shapes out from here. Nice Boom Boom kill from the Cole. I might have the wrong speed gaming controls. Something... Either way, the call is now also making use of the world-famous patented Day 1 affiliate Auglib Super Tank Strat TM with a vengeance. Super Tanks, just another stage with fire. There we go. So just get those GGs out for Louis. Cole gonna probably get a high 57 at this point, which is not that bad of a time. Especially considering the bad luck everybody kind of experienced in World 3 of this race. Neither player getting to cross the drawbridge immediately. Cole now just showing off here. Getting that clip. That clip does save time. Nice to see it. There's the people's clip. So despite everything, Cole shaping up to have a 57. Louis' 54 is actually extremely impressive. All right, let's go, Cole. Down goes Bowser. So Cole wrapping up with an SRL time of 57:27. So good run from Cole. Congratulations to Louis for moving on. See if we can get either of them in here. Fortunately, we do have to send the call home, but getting this deep in the tournament, I'm trying to figure out exactly how deep this really is. This was a round of 8 people left in the bonus bracket, so the first, second, third, fourth. I believe if you just kind of go by where people are getting knocked out, this is a 9th place finish with 4 people there in the bracket. So congratulations to both of them. Let's see. This is the joy of running solo in commentary is I get to ask people about interviews while also seeing what's coming up. The next race on schedule for the Mario 3 tournament itself is tomorrow, Monday, August 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's in about 20 hours from now. Brosis playing Horstad. Which is actually the round Louis just advanced into. Otherwise, on Speed Gaming, there's a link right below this video screen on the Speed Gaming 2 channel if you want to check that out yourself. But looking there around here, there should be a Mega Man 2 randomizer tournament race coming up pretty soon on Speed Gaming 2 here. There's some Link to the Past and Super Metroid randomizer going on some of the other networks right now. Mega Man 2 randomizer as well. Chrono Trigger tournament match may be coming up later today as well. And don't miss the Mario 3 bit race in about an hour on Speed Gaming Prime. And I think I see another little icon here. Cole, is that you? Cole, like you said in your race comment, that is that is certainly some RNG everyone experienced here.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, that's the game we play.
It is.
Yeah. Nothing else to say. I mean, I tried. backup. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off. But against Louis, I mean, at that point, I would have lost, so I tried it. I went to lean, and I got very unlucky with that mushroom. Fun fact, I got the same during practice today, and I actually managed to grab that mushroom and then the fire flower in the following level. At this time, it didn't work out at all. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, and then I had some death. And the one in 7-8 was really bad. But, I mean, at that point, I think that after with that 3-8, the round would have died. I mean, 51-01 is 30 seconds better than might be. I mean, at that point it was over. You know, everything can happen, so let's just try and do my best. Then in War 5, I got double hammer brother. I got sniped by the one of the hammers. Oh my. This game sometimes.
So the scoreboard certainly says like 57.5 to 54, but then in reality, just like you're saying, there's several extra hammer brothers. Louis got no hands. The odds were kind of stacked against you there, but definitely getting a 57 in spite of those odds is not bad. Nothing to be ashamed of at all there.
No, but the run was great. I mean, I did some sick levels. 3-2. That was perfect. The 3-3 was okay, and I got first try clip again.
Yes.
So I mean, execution-wise, the only 2 mistakes I made was in Fortress in War 5 double. My fingers slipped away from the button because it's super hot here. So I tried to jump, but then my fingers slipped away and just went into the lava. And then in 7-8, I just missed a jump that I used to do a million times. That's happened. Yeah, so I'm happy for Louis. I mean, I'm really happy that he can. I mean, I hope for him he will reach go as far as possible. I don't know if Louis had some RNG swings, but
Louis also had a runaway in World 3, but I think that was the worst that happened to him.
Yeah, then I died in 3-8. I mean, without that death, that would have been close. Yeah, but then he got 54-01. So. I don't think that in the end that matters. It's a time I can do that time. I mean, but
like I said, no worries there.
I just played great. I mean, I should not be there. I mean, I won the previous race because Calco decided, you know what, let's just kill ourselves. Of the ways. I should not even be there. So
you were playing with house money, so yeah, nothing to worry about. Any speed plans now that you don't have to worry about the Mario 3 tournament?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Probably gonna have take some short break. I mean, I had some very busy weeks and I couldn't play at all. That's another. Contrary to the SMB tournament, I had chance to grind a lot during the tournament. This time was I just didn't have time to grind properly. I'm already satisfied with it. I mean, just getting there is already. I mean, overall it was a good tournament. I want to say that this round was actually the best run I had in the tournament, despite all. Because execution-wise, this round was by far the best one.
I would believe that.
Overall. So at least I'm gonna leave the tournament with a decent run. Then 57 due to RNG, and overall the run was good. So I mean, that's fine. That's the game we play.
Yeah, that's just the game. Mario 3 is a really game.
That's fine. It happens. So yeah, that's it. GG to Louis, and I mean, I would like to see an Italian to the very end, so I will cheer for him definitely.
Yeah, seeing another Italian move on in the tournament. See if Louis can win 2 tournaments in 2 years, even if this isn't Mario World right now.
I mean, why not?
I'd like to see it.
Why not? Why not? Everything can happen. I don't know how much he will grind SMB3 because he's involved in 10 million other tournaments by now, but I don't know.
We're late enough at this point that we can kind of guess what Louis' path is going to be. We know it's iBubba next. We know it would be Lasso next. The match after that's actually the only one we don't know what it would be. It could be one of three people: Brosis, Horstad, or Mitch himself. Then it would be Cujo, and then it would be Chuck.
Yeah.
So Louis has his work cut out for him, but he has a chance.
Yeah, he definitely has a chance. Everything can happen. I will definitely cheer for him. Yeah. And I'm actually glad I have the chance to run against him. So that was cool. Yeah, the only bad thing was the result, but everything else. I mean, I had a great time here at the tournament, also commentating. So it was a great experience. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to all of you for making this possible. And I will stick around for other matches, the chat and such. I don't probably go ahead with SMB3. I don't know. We like to come back to 100%.
Hundo, where the RNG doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Auto scrollers are boring, especially at the beginning. The scrollers are very boring. So I don't know. Yeah. So. Do I have any other questions? I think we can wrap it up.
That's all I've got. I think we can wrap it up. Again, the next match in the Mario 3 tournament itself is in about 20 hours. That race, again, clicking through other browser windows, is Brosis and Horstad. And with that, stay tuned here on Speed Gaming 2 if you want to see. That is a Mega Man 2 randomizer tournament race. And there's other action across the entire Speed Gaming network of, well, Twitch channels. Don't forget to follow the runners. The links are out there in chat. Somebody was kind enough to post my Twitch link out there in chat. Thank you. And certainly thanks to everyone over at Speed Gaming who lets us stream all these tournaments, does all the tech work behind the scenes. And I think that's it. Thank you, Cole, for the race.
Thanks to all of you.
And with and GG to Louis, who's out there in chat. Good luck, Louis, going forward. And with that, I think we're going to wish everybody a good night and click the "We're done" button. See everybody later.
Bye bye.